Several Army officers are facing possible disciplinary action for ignoring signs that the alleged Fort Hood shooter was unstable. What is your reaction to this news?
Well, I'd be very concerned about that. I mean, I think our military does a wonderful job overall, and it frankly would surprise me if that were the case. But if it were the case, then obviously folks would have to look into it and take appropriate action.
Well, I think these kinds of actions always tend to be leveled at the lowest possible level. Probably the more correct level for them to be aimed at is a good deal higher and on the policy level.
I think this should be a very sad example for everyone to be more aware of what's going on with someone who is distressed.
It's like the problem of connecting the dots is the biggest problem in government, always.
Do you think these service members should be reprimanded?
I don't think they did anything intentionally. Maybe they had poor judgment. I don't know what the reprimand would be. I think I wouldn't think anything too harsh would be called for.
I think they should, because it was their job to make sure that he was stable because he's going into a combat environment.
I don't think that they should be reprimanded. I don't think that pointing fingers is the way to go about dealing with this, and I think that's what they're doing by reprimanding them.
If it was careless or negligent or intentional, then yes.
Do you think the U.S. military does a good job of monitoring service members' mental health?
I'm certainly no expert on the question. I think that it's such a large organization, and I think maybe overall in society we don't really look at mental health as we should and as carefully as we should. So maybe the military is a reflection of a larger sort of cultural issue.
It doesn't seem like it, given this incident. It's only one incident, but it was a catastrophic incident.
I think they do as well as they can, yes, but this seemed to be more an officer who just kept being promoted and moved around, and he was a psychologist himself, and obviously they weren't taking care of their own.
There needs to be more monitoring of servicemen and women, especially given the pressures and the stress that they're under with Afghanistan and Iraq. Could they do a better job? Absolutely.